You're listening to the Icandemy Podcast, the podcast for people who can but don't know how. This is where you get actionable steps to turn vague dreams into blissful realities. And I'm your host, Omoshola Victoria Wolabi. So let's get started. Hey you, yes you, we are waiting for you. Don't look around, I'm talking to you. You see, you're carrying something that we need. You owe the world your gifts, your knowledge, your skills, your story. It is truly that special. That superpower that you think doesn't mean much is the very thing that people go to colleges, spend thousands of dollars for, burn the midnight candle, work very hard to learn the very thing that you do so well. Because now you see, most times we discount the very thing that makes us great and we start to major in minor things. The truth is, you have a superpower, your creative genius. It just lies beneath the rubble of fear, doubt, and insecurities at the moment. But I have good news for you. I am here to help you clear that rubble, so you can get past self-doubt and finally start working and thriving in your life and purpose. Now, if you've been wondering, what can my purpose, my calling, or my unique gifts do in this world? Then I've got something for you. Perhaps you're tired of dabbling and making excuses. I just recorded a gift for you. Now head on over to mogul.icandemy.org. It's mogul.icandemy.org. So it's mogul.icandemy.org to access your free gift. Hey, how you all doing today? Welcome back to another episode of the Icandemy Podcast. Now, we're going to be continuing this episode from the last one where we talked about, so you want to be a coach, finessing your zone of genius. And if you have not listened to that episode, you may want to go back first and catch up on that one before you continue on this one. Before I get started though, have you signed up for our upcoming Courageous Confidence Workshop? If you haven't, what the heck are you waiting for? Head on over now as fast as your fingers can carry you to offers.icandemy.org/courageous. Okay? Now, back to the episode. I'm super excited to be recording this one. Can you hear the excitement in my voice? I'm just so excited to be sharing this with you. I don't know why, but for some reason, the Lord has been laying it heavily on my heart to teach about the subject of becoming financially independent, financially free, learning about money and understanding what money truly is, that it is a tool for us to use. Money doesn't have to use us, we use it. And that is why I am sharing with you to the letter how you can leverage what you already have to create a side business that can give you that exit so that you live the life that you truly want to live and enjoy. Emphasis on living the life that you enjoy. Life is not a punishment. Life is a gift. It was given to us so that we can learn about who our creator is and enjoy it in the process. So, a quick recap for those of you who did not listen to the last episode. On the last episode, I talked about, so you want to be a coach, finessing your zone of genius. Now, what do I mean when I use the word finesse? Now, if we look at the dictionary definition, finesse means that to bring about or deal with something by using great delicacy and skill. It means that you have a gift, you have something that you already know how to do very well, that is valuable to the marketplace. Now, in order for you to uncover what that is, you need to find out the place where your deep gladness and the world's deep hunger meet. There's an intersection, and that is what I teach in my program in our Mogul Mastermind, right? There's an intersection there where your deep gladness is something you do that brings you so much joy, right? And where that the world is so hungry for, there's a very, very fine intersection there where what you have becomes extremely valuable. And that is what it means by finessing your zone of genius. So it has to do with you identifying that thing and polishing it, making it wrapping it well, packaging it well, and so that it's servable, so that we can serve it to kings. Because remember that we have been appointed as kings and priests, and your gift will bring you before great men, right? Will bring you before great men, kings. So you have to package it like you are serving it to a king, not just anyhow. But because I say that does not mean you have to stay stuck. Oh, my gifts is not good enough, or what I have is not good enough. No, 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 no. That's not what I mean. You need to get started, but knowing that as you start is not how you're going to finish. You will keep iterating and improving along the way. And I also shared examples of mundane things that you would never think will make you any money, that people are really making a lot of money doing. So if you haven't listened to that episode, it would really help you to go back and listen to that one. And if you're still struggling to say, okay, I don't know my zone of genius, I don't know what I'm good at. Yes, I've had some jobs here and there, but I don't really know, if that amounts to anything. This is one exercise that I really love to do, and I give my clients, this is what my clients pay me to learn, okay? And you're getting it for free today on the podcast, okay? So what you need to do is sit down with a pen and paper, and number one, go back in history and find out what were your favorite childhood activities, right? As a child, what were you fascinated by? So as a child, my favorite childhood activities was playing the teacher. So whenever we were playing, like we used to, as kids, we would act like dramas and we'll play like mom and dad, teacher and students. I loved being the teacher. Another thing that fascinated me a lot was the gift of oratory. People that could speak well held my attention. Literally, as a young child, I was really fascinated by things like the news, things like people, speaking spelling bees. Things like that fascinated me. Weird, I know, but that's me. There's something else that could have fascinated you a lot as a child. Number 3, what are your interests? What are the things that you love to do when you are not working for money? Right? What are those things that you just pass time on? What do you daydream about? Oh my goodness, I daydream about the day where I would be able to just go into a school and feed all the children there for free. I daydream about the day where I will be able to just go and buy sanitary pads for girls. Every girl gets free sanitary pads in high schools, so they never have to miss a day out of school because they could not afford to do that. I dream of a day where I can travel the world and not even worry about money at all. I'm slowly getting there. That's a hint for you. Slowly but surely we are getting there. And that is the power when you say yes to yourself, yes to your dreams, and the life that you really want for yourself. Another thing that can help you finesse your zone of genius, identify then finesse it, is what are the books that you read that really hold your attention and you finish? Emphasis on you finish and hold your attention. I know we read so many books. Some of them will just read them because people are reading them. I do that too. Like, what's the hype in this book? But it really doesn't hold my attention. It's a struggle. For me, biographies hold my attention. I am fascinated by the human mind and human stories. I love anything that has stories in them, how people got to be where they are, the struggles they went to. Those things really hold my attention, and I finish them. Even that's why stories in the Bible fascinate me as well, because it has those elements in it, right? Another thing I want you to look at is your expertise and your formal work experience, right? What are the things that you've done in your career? For me, there's a fine thread that runs through my career, and that is the fact that I have always been in education. Every job I have ever had has an element of education in it. I kid you not. Okay, family, let's face it. We've all felt pain. We've suffered the losses. You know what it's like to want something so bad, but not see a path to its accomplishment. The question, however, is, do you know how to pick yourself up and move on despite what has happened? This is what I share with you inside of my new book, Good Medicine for the Crushed Spirit, a practical guide to helping you find purpose when adversity strikes. Inside this book, you will find personal stories, relatable biblical tales, and anecdotes that prove you are never alone in your despair and will inspire you to turn pain, discomfort, disappointment, or setbacks into something positive that works for you. So if you're ready to change your life in meaningful and purposeful ways, get your copy of this book today and let the transformation begin. The next thing I want you to find out is, okay, what is your formal qualification? What have you studied? What do you know how to do? You may not really like it, but what do you know how to do? That's a good place to start. You can always start there and then gradually move into what you like, because the goal here is to get started, not to stay stuck. Number 8 is, what do people routinely come to you to ask you for help for? What are they always asking you about? People always come to me to ask, oh, Shola, how do we make money? Victoria, like, what's going on? What's the latest thing that's happening now? People will come to me and ask me, okay, how do I do this thing online? I'm trying to build a website. I'm trying to connect this funnel. I'm trying to do this marketing. People ask me a lot of that. Another question I get a lot is, how do I migrate? I have a lot of people, friends, family back home in Nigeria, and they want to know, how do I get out of this country? How did you do it? So those are questions that I get a lot, right? Now, it now depends on if I am truly passionate about, do I really want to help people get out of Nigeria? I don't know, really. I don't know if I'm passionate about doing that. I could tell them the process, but I don't see myself making a business out of something like that. But entirely up to you. So those are some questions that you can ask yourself, right? That can help you get started. There's a lot of things that you can do right now. People need help. There is something that you can definitely help with. Okay, that's us recapping last week's episode. Let us get into this week's episode. And on today's episode, I want to talk about number 2. So the first thing, once you have finessed your zone of genius, the next step is, in you becoming a coach, is you need to research your target audience. You need to find out who and what they need. So it's not enough that you know what your zone of genius is, you finessed it, you're all that and a bag of chips. Yes. But if nobody sees the value, or you don't know who needs it, then there's a problem. There's a mismatch. Like I mentioned before, your sweet spot is where your deep gladness and the world's deep hunger meet. In other words, we're trying to find out, who are those people that are hungry for what I have to offer? And how do you find those people? Number 1, you can definitely poll your friends on your social media, right? So, hi guys, I have this idea that I've been thinking about. What do you guys need when it comes to blank? For example, hi guys, I have this fantastic idea I've been thinking about. What do you guys need when it comes to starting an online business? Number 1, that would be something that I would poll about. Or I could say, hi guys, I've been thinking about how to help in the area of migrating. What seems to hold you back when you think about migration? 2, you could start that. Hi guys, I've been thinking about helping women feel more empowered in managing their homes, especially moms that have children. What is your biggest struggle when it comes to managing your home with children? You get the idea, right? So that is what you would post. And you can post this on your social media pages, on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. All you're trying to do at this point is you're trying to gauge the response based on what you put out. Another thing you can do, I remember one time I was in a Facebook group. You can go into Facebook groups. Don't go there and be a dick, please. They would kick you out. When you go there, you want to be like a fly on the wall. You're just trying to listen to the conversation and see what people are talking about. I remember one time I was in a group and somebody asked a question, what stops you from making videos, right? When you know videos are important in your business. And this guy said, the struggle for me is just not knowing how to record or edit the videos. And I was like, oh, that's a problem right there. Recording videos, editing videos, that's a problem right there that somebody could solve. Other people came up with the lack of confidence. I don't think I'm pretty enough. And that's a mindset issue. I was like, oh, that is my sweet spot. I can literally help someone with that, right? You see what I mean? So just from somebody saying one thing, the question was about videos, but because I have the expertise to dig deeper and see beneath what someone is saying, when the person said, oh, I lack the confidence, I was like, okay. So the fact that you're not recording videos is not really about the technology or you not knowing how to leverage the tech. It's because you have personal self-esteem and mindset issues. So we need to deal with that first, right? So that was why I was like, oh my goodness, this thing is really valuable. Another point why I could really help that person is because I have been through that exact same scenario as well. So I could instantly recognize and diagnose what the problem was, right? So you need to understand where these people are. Who are they? Are you going to be targeting high functioning, smart, self-aware people? Are you going to be targeting career people? If you want to teach people how to find love again? Are they going to be divorcees? Are they going to be women who have never been married before? Are they going to be corporate executives who don't have time to date? You need to find the who and what it is that they need, and then marry that with your zone of genius that you already finessed in step one, right? So you need to find what they need. And another thing that's so important that you need to identify is the language that they say when they say that. So for example, if somebody says, let me use the example of the recording videos that I just gave now. So if you say how to record videos, you will see a lot of tech jargons coming up, the equipment you should buy and the camera you should buy and all of those things. While all of those things are necessary, there are people who actually have all of those things and still do not record the videos. So the goal is, what is the problem? And they will probably use words like, I don't look good on camera, or I don't think my videos look nice. Those words, it's not really about the videos. It's about how they feel about themselves. But you don't want to go out and say, oh, you have a mindset problem because I'm recording a video. People will be repelled by that, right? What you want to do is you want to go out and use the exact same language that they're using. So you want to go out and say, you're probably not recording your videos because you feel you would not look good in your videos. And here are some tips to help you look good. Or how would it make you feel if I was able to share some tips with you to make you record the most phenomenal video? But you know that when they come in, you give them exactly what they need. You're the doctor here. You know exactly what is going on, right? Even if they don't know it, right? So the next step is you doing that research, trying to understand the who and the what. Who needs that thing that you have, and what is the language that they're using to describe those things? Another thing you may want to look at is, where are they going to for help? What kind of content are they consuming online? So for example, for somebody who has mindset issues, they're probably following some gurus in that space already. You want to go there and see what exactly is going on. In other words, you want to be a detective. You want to investigate what is going on, how they think, who is it that they are following, what they think the solution to their problem is, what have they tried that is not working. All of these things is going to give you strong ammunition by the time you continue on this journey of becoming a coach. Because at the end of the day, being a coach is not just about providing information. Being a coach is about diagnosing the problem and helping your clients get results in a particular area, helping them see improvement in a particular area. It's not about the holistic area of their life, just one element of their life that you can make better so that they can move forward in whatever they're trying to accomplish. And if you've not listened to my episode where I talked about the difference between coaching and therapy, you may want to go back and listen to that episode so that you understand that by being a coach, you have to be laser focused on a specific niche so that you can provide phenomenal results. Okay, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for listening. And on the next episode, we will be continuing this conversation. Again, if you have not signed up for our upcoming workshop, go and sign up. It is absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to see you on the workshop. And until the next episode, keep on shining. Do you ever think to yourself, I want to be able to impact lives, leave an imprint in this world, but you feel isolated, stuck, unclear on how to show up or get started? If you've answered yes to this question, I want to extend a very special invitation to you to join us on our upcoming workshop, the Courageous Confidence Workshop. This workshop is live, where we get to work together on that call so that you can crack the confidence code, awaken your inner giant, show up authentically, and attract your tribe. Head on over to offers.icandemy.org/courageous. Again, it's offers.icandemy.org/courageous. You'll find the links in the show notes below. So there you have it. Thank you so much for listening. And for more content like this, follow us on our social media handles. On Facebook, it's at Icandemy, the Facebook page. On Instagram, it's at Icandemy. Or come say hello over on my personal page. On Instagram, it's at Omoshola Speaks. On Facebook, it's Victoria Wallaby. Feel free to reach out, introduce yourself, say hello. I love meeting you. And if you have any stories that you feel will inspire another woman to action. I want to hear from you. I really do. I love hearing from you. Send me an email to hello@icandemy.org. So it's hello@icandemy.org.